Namaste, everybody, and welcome to yet another uh, session on yoga-vidya. Um, I'm beginning this session with the theory part. The reason I'm doing this is because really we are at the penultimate state of the theory. As I've said, yoga-vidya is 99% theory and 1%, 99% effort and 1% theory. And we've all understood the source, that is the Brahman. We are at this state, each of us is at a different state, and all of us need to hit the source. So, the process for hitting the source is essentially negating of our own sense of self or the sense of existing in this framework that we call life. And it starts with recognizing that everything that we see or experience is a phenomenon. Phenomenon comes from the root ma. The word ma, dhatu in Sanskritam, is means phenomenon, and that from that word ma comes maya. So everything is a phenomenon, and we, as because of our sense of identity and our sense of need for identification and reinforcement of identification, we identify ourselves with various things that we see around us. The only way we can get to the source, which is the cognitive state of nothing, is by actually negating one by one these anchors that we find ourselves in. So there are primarily three major parts. The first one is called the Stula Sharira. Stula means gross. Second is called Sukshma Sharira, which is called subtle. And the third is called Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is the causal part. The Sukshma Sharira is what the West calls materialism. That is, anything that is material is what is Stula Sharira. And that comprises two parts. One is the Annamaya Kosha, that is that which has got primordial material. Anna is generally food, but very often anything that is built requires some kind of food, and so for human beings that takes sensory the stimulus. This is food, but for the most part, everything that we relate to is essentially material. So the Annamaya Kosha part is again the first part. The second part is Pranamaya Kosha. Like I have said before, the body, all of us have tissues and muscles. And when we work or when we put in any effort, our muscles are constantly in tension or compression. However, when we go into neutral state, this entire body begins to get into what is called the state of homeostasis. And when we breathe in, it goes into the olfactory receptors and it starts affecting what is called the amygdala and the pituitary hypothalamus adrenal axis. If you do not trigger the pituitary hypothalamus adrenal axis, you do not begin to get into what is called the fight or flight state. That means that you are in a neutral state. You're comfortable with your environment, and no extra chemicals are getting generated. So your homeostasis, your sense of stability, is perfect. So these are two gross or material things. Then we have what is generally called spiritual or the Sukshma state. The Sukshma state comprises of two parts. One is called Manomaya Kosha, which is the ability to control all the stimulus that comes into the various the collation point, which is called the manas. So from the five senses, The eyes are fire, smell is earth, sound is space, taste is water. Okay, so there's one I have missed, touch. Touch is Vayu. So all of this get collated in the center, in the manas, and that is the one that gives stimulus also to your amygdala. So when you bring that into a neutral position, then that also will not trigger your fight or flight stimulus. That is called manas. Lastly, you have Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha means all of us are completely referenced with a particular frame of reference. For instance, I am in this room with this frame of reference. The gross frame, the Annamaya Kosha, is this physical part. The Pranamaya Kosha is what moves for me. Manomaya Kosha is the kind of stimulus that I get. And lastly, the Vijnanamaya Kosha is my ability to take that data in a manner that is neutral. That is the most difficult, because you are going from within to outside in Vijnanamaya Kosha and trying to act without, take all stimulus without, in what is called dispassion. That is vairagyam. That is physically you are there, but the identity is stepping back from that particular action. So this is Vijnanamaya Kosha. And the last is called Karana Sharira. So that Karana Sharira itself will go through multiple stages. That is, it will first, it begins to realize that everything is a phenomenon. And it begins to behave like a lotus in a pond. Nothing really sticks to it. And then there is more deeper integration with the source. This is the basic, this is the overall fundamental principle of yoga. No matter what you do, if you are the subject and there is an object, you will always have a relationship with the other object. This, for example, if we were to take marriage, when two people first get married, they don't know each other and they are continuously in a state of dance. They are dancing with each other and finding out more about each other. This state, this dance is called lasya. Lasya is the Sanskrit cognate of the English word lust. Lust for food, lust for sex, lust for reading, lust for travel, lust for everything. Slowly, the two of them begin to settle down, and then they begin to resonate. So both of them are resonating in a very unique manner. What that means is that each of them has, number one, begun to understand each other. Then the child comes. When the child comes, they have to sacrifice their personal interest to protect and look after the child. When that happens, the two of them begin to lose their identity, and then because of the overall business of the way they are moving together and carrying the same load, they begin to resonate. So when they are resonating, they don't need to really tell each other anything. They've gone from Annamaya Kosha to Pranamaya Kosha to Vijnanamaya Kosha to now they are more or less in that resonance phase of Manomaya Kosha. That state is called Laya. Laya means resonance. Laya is the Sanskrit cognate of the English word love. So in our system, love is not a chemical reaction. It is an association that comes with complete resonance with the other person. So that means you have a subject and you have an object. So whenever you are relating to an object or letting go a relationship, this process will continue, will happen. You will have lasya and you will have laya. And when you merge with the source, that is called pralaya. So when the entire universe merges into the source, that is pralaya. So this is a very simple theory. The funda is not difficult at all to understand. The problem comes in the implementation, because it requires effort. It's called sadhana, sadhana, sadhana. These are the only three rules in yoga. Sadhana, sadhana, sadhana. So you have to sit in one place and you have to understand what you are doing and why you are doing this. So that means you have to step back. The identity will have to step back from the actual action. So there is one part of practicing it when you are alone, and the second part when you are practicing it 24/7. And that is precisely what you need to do. You cannot do it just for a half an hour or 45 minutes or 1 hour, but you need to actually carry that concept into everything that you do. You have to slowly step back. You have to understand that all these things that you are doing is temporary. It's a phenomenon. That's why it's called Maya. And you have to step back. You have to look at everything like it is not yours. And then slowly within yourself, you have to move this attachment to this particular body also away. That means there is a separation of, now right now you are attached to this body, which is why when we all die, our karta tells you what? Tila udagam dadami, vasa udagam dadami. Tilodagam means the food and the water that you have missed and the heat that you have experienced, that he is giving you water and til. Because you have lost your clothes, he is giving you vasa. Vasa udagam dadami. That need will also go. So until that goes, you are still struggling with Maya. So here I am going to stop and I am going to ask you all if you all have any questions. Yes, Milind sir.
Pranamaya kosha is the part of a sthula sharira.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is gross. It is still measurable. You can still feel it. No?
Okay.
You can feel prana. No? There are 5 pranas, right?
Yeah.
Pranavayu,
Yeah.
Apanavayu, Vyanavayu, which is your ability to look and this. Then Udanavayu, whatever comes from the chest upwards. That includes communication, the way you look at other people, the way you say, do other things. And finally, Samanavayu, which is first centered around the Jataragni, and the second one is around the circulatory system.
Yeah.
So, this is these are all material things. These are still material because you can control it. Pranayama. Pranayama is the one that you use to control that.
Okay.
Pranamaya kosha.
Okay. Thank you.
Ultimately, it is still a measurable thing. So, it is still stula.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Anybody else? So, am I to assume that you all have understood this theory? Or are you all still struggling with it? Okay, Lakshmi madam. Yes, Milind sir, you have you already asked. Now Ramon sir can ask. Please, Ramon sir.
Theory we have understood,
Mm.
but how to put into practice is the one which we are finding it difficult. I'm sure that is for me.
I understand.
Theory is easily understood. What you told today was extremely well presented. What you said now in a short period, your review of the whole thing, that's excellent. But for example, you say you step backwards and be detached. Is it possible with all this samsara? So difficult it is. The more
Okay,
you get
it's not
entangled,
possible.
it's not easy to saying it's theory part fine. How do
Okay,
you?
there are 2 things, sir. One is called Raga and one is called Dvesha. Actually, chapter 3, Karma Yoga, we will get into that. But here, there will be the primary thing we will talk about. Sir, the thing is, in the olden days, that's why they had Vanaprasthasrama. Because you are not supposed to stay with your children. The minute you stayed with your children, you form an attachment. Which is also the reason why in sannyasa ashrama, sannyasis are never supposed to stay in one place. Because they are not supposed to feel secure, they are not supposed to get the attachment to that particular state. What you have to do is to set yourself up in the same manner, in the sense that you have to institute the concept of vanaprastha wherever you are. That means you have to step back. Suppose the children are doing something, you must not interfere in what they are saying or doing. And say consciously say that this is not for me anymore. It's their life, let them do what they want. So things like that, you have to artificially create that circumstance for you yourself. There is no other way to do it. See, you have been a grahastha for so long. Suddenly from grahastha to getting into vanaprastha ashrama is very hard. Because that is the point where you start letting go your various relationships. First thing that goes is your identification with the job. When we leave our jobs, the first thing that happens is the sense of relevance drops so dramatically. It takes a long time for us to come to terms with that. That, Arey Baba, what is going to happen to me now? So then we start counting pension every month. Can I make sure, do I have enough money to manage my medical expenses and all that? Slowly all those fears have to be released. You cannot, if you keep struggling with that fear, you will always be struggling with that particular point of attachment. So the thing is that at some point in time that attachment is coming to manomaya kosha or it is coming to vijnanamaya kosha, isn't it? That need for relevance is vijnanamaya kosha. No, my need for affirmation by somebody else. So vanaprastha is a key element which our elders had introduced. Today we are not doing that because of various reasons. Our insecurities, the children keeping wanting us there with them. Some people, both the parents are going to work, so they tell the grandparents to come and look after the child. All that is happening. Because of that, it is very hard for us to step back. If you don't step back, and if you don't, even if the children are there, if the grandchild is there, that grandchild is given to you like a plaything. Without an attachment, you have to play with it. And that is the only way you can deal with this whole situation. Then you have sannyasa asrama. But first, you have to get into vanaprastha asrama, which we are not. That is where the problem comes. We don't get into vanaprastha asrama.
50% only.
Huh?
Not fully.
So
that's right. Yes, I agree.
that is yoga vidya, sir. That is the practice of yoga vidya. The ability to wanting to step back. Milind, sir, you had a question.
No, the hand is not going actually.
I'll take it off. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No. That is what exactly what you are telling is absolutely required, to go into the vanaprastha ashrama. The attachment is the key element where, we have to come out of that attachment from most of the things, rather, not only your family, but everything. And when you come, it is very difficult, I agree. But we have to try for that. I think that is the only practice of yoga vidya.
Correct. So what has happened is, like, for instance, suppose you have clothes. You give yourself a simple rule. Unless I get, if the minute I get a new pair of clothes, I will give away my old clothes. It doesn't matter how many you have. If some people, by virtue of going to office, may need, say, 10 pairs, 12 pairs, that's okay. But the minute you get another one pair, you must give away another pair. So what
Yeah,
happens is you are not attached to one particular dress.
absolutely.
Or what you must say is, from today I will stop eating fried food. That means if you go to the whole restaurant and that person comes and gives you one fried papad, you should be able to say no.
Yeah.
Those are the simple tools that you use in order to implement yoga vidya in your daily life.
Okay.
Suppose you have been drinking coffee with 1 cup of sugar. You say, no, now I'll take it to half a cup of sugar and I'll bring my quantity of coffee down by, say, so much. Believe me, I'm not able to do it. I need my coffee properly.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. Let's be honest. You have to implement yoga vidya throughout. Suppose you are driving, like I'm a very fast driver. For me, 120 is base. Now I have forced myself. I said I will not go beyond, I will stay between 100 and 110. Never go beyond that. And suddenly I say, oh my God, I'm already at 120. So the thing is that you have to slowly bring yourself on, you have to keep hitting yourself. The only way you can do is you have to
Practice.
be your own master. Keep beating yourself up without ruining yourself. See, the thing is
Absolutely.
that disciplining yourself and damaging yourself are very, very simple. You can damage yourself by telling yourself you're an idiot. But that is not the way you are supposed to do it. You have to discipline yourself. You have to say, okay. And discipline yourself is also what exercise of free will. Exercise of free will we will deal with in chapter 3 or chapter 4. But that means you are continuously saying, Neti, Neti, this is not mine, this is not mine. Enough, enough, enough. And that aparigraha, I don't want, letting go of possessions, including physical and physiological, is the starting point of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Anybody else? Okay. So now, what we are going to do is, in today's class, we will first unlimber the body so that the prana is getting evenly distributed. Then we will do the pranayama. After that, we will do the silence part. I want, this is basically to calm the body down. And so when what we are trying to do now is first to regulate the body, and then afterwards, like a very big glass bowl which has clay in it, we are trying to make the churn settle down. The entire cognitive apparatus slowly begin to calm down. So, but this itself is not the end, because what will happen is when you feel that deep sense of peace, you will quickly think that that is where you must be. No, the rest of your life is still got to be regulated. So your yama and niyama need to be brought under control. So the first part is you have to regulate your lifestyle, the way you deal with the environment, the way you process data, and then you will, when you practice this, there is an amplification that begins to uh, let credence, and it begins to kind of uh, build the foundation on which you will then be able to slowly move towards samadhi. Are you all able to understand that? Okay, let's start the exercises. Please stand up, and we will start with the eyes. So turn your eyes to the right, look down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. Other way around, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Blink your eyes, please, blink your eyes so that you don't feel giddy. Then now turn your head to the right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. The other way around. Left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Look straight. Now turn your shoulders forward, forward, down, back, up. forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up. The other way now, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up. Now, spread your legs a little bit for balance. Lock your hands. And slowly breathing out, turn to the right. Breathe out, turn to the right. Hold. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, turn to the left. Come back. Breathe out, turn to the right. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, turn to the left. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out to the right. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out to the left. Breathe in, come back. Now, again, spread your legs a little bit, and then now we will turn the hips and waist. So, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, then left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward. Now, last time I had spoken to you about doing something for your knees and for your ankles. So I'll just show you. Okay. So here what we are doing is strengthening the hamstrings. And the second thing that we are going to do is calves. You must remember that the venous flow is controlled by the calves. So when your calves go up and down, the venous flow gets triggered back. Okay. So just hold on to something, and then if you do this, hold this, you have to do slow. So you come here, count up to 10, let go. Then count up to 10 and let go. Okay. Then the second thing that you need to do is to stand on your toes. When you stand on your toes, you are beginning to activate the venous flow. The best way to control venous flow is to go for a walk. When you walk, then automatically venous flow gets triggered. Now, I hope you all have done it for both legs. Increasing the strength of the hamstrings like this, and then standing up on your toes. Now we will do Tadasana. Let the heel go in the space between your groin and anus. Stretch your hands up. Stretch as much as you can. Breathe out as you stretch. And let go. Similarly, do it for the other leg. Stretch as much as you can. Breathe out as you stretch. Please sit down. As I have said before, the most important reason why you need to sit in Padmasana or Tadasana which Vajrasana is this. You can sit this way, or you can sit just this way and in comfort. If you can't do that, you can sit in Sukhasana, which is this. This is level 2. This is not the most optimum way of sitting because your body is not stable. If you can't do that also, you can sit in what Tamilians call Chaplanguti, which is even less stable. If you can't do that also, sit on a chair. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, what you should try to do is to have two rules. One is your body must be stable and your back must be erect. That is you have a spinal curve. Okay, the curve comes here. It goes like this. Then you have the cervix, the part behind the chest, and then you have the lumbar region, and then it curves. So if you keep it at a balanced state, then you get optimum results. So I'm going to ask you to then close the prana circuits. With this, also your prana circuits get closed for the legs. This it does it for your hand. You can do Chin Mudra or Anjali Mudra, whatever you like. Sorry, not Anjali Mudra. This is Prana Mudra, Dhyana Mudra. And touch the tip of the tongue to the top of the palate. And now, you will please follow my instructions. Four, 3, 2, 1. Relax the brain. Relax the brain. Relax the front of the brain. Relax the front of the brain. Relax the left of the brain. Relax the left of the brain. Relax the back of the brain. Relax the back of the brain. Relax the right side of the brain. Relax the right side of the brain. Relax the brain. Relax the brain. Relax the eye muscles. Relax the eye muscles. Relax the ears. Relax the inside of the ears. Relax the cheeks. Relax the cheeks. Relax the jaws. Relax the jaws. Relax the throat. Relax the throat. Relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Relax the chest. Relax the chest. Relax the back. Relax the back. Relax the abdomen. Relax the abdomen. Relax the knees. Relax the legs. Relax the legs. Relax the arms. Relax the arms. Now feel the breath moving in and out of the abdomen. Be an observer. Don't participate. Just an observer. Observe it. Breathe in and breathe out. Watch the breath go in. Let the abdomen go down. Watch it go down and come out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. 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 Let go. Okay. Any feedback? Does anybody have any inputs to give? Were you all able to do this? Do you all think you can do this yourself from now on?
Yes, sir.
Milind sir, yes.
Yeah, I can do
You can.
comfortably.
Okay. Lakshmi madam.
Sir, I'm happy to share that I was able to sit in the Padmasana pose for longer time today, sir. Thanks to you, sir. Thank you.
That's your practice. I have only been lagaving chabi. You know they call it lagaving chabi. I
Yes,
have been
sir.
only twisting y'all. But it's the effort is yours. So the congratulations belongs to you.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Um, okay. So now what I'll do is we'll go into Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Okay. So again, you let your body be at peace. Now, when you're breathing in, you start from here. Then, as the breath goes, fills the abdomen, let the attention or the awareness go to the abdomen, and then you hold. And then, when I begin to say "let go," when you're doing Rechaka, then you can hold your anus up, and then you slowly bring your head down so that the prana is blocked here also. The flow of prana is retained within the torso, and when you come out, when the breathing out is completed, you can release the bandha or the knot. Bandha is basically a knot, okay, or a bond. Just let it go, and then again breathing in, you start paying your attention to the nostril. It again the cycle continues. Okay, so we will start. Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in left. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in left. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in left. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax, relax, relax. Let go, let go, relax. Okay, so the next 5-10 minutes we will spend in answering questions. If you have any questions, what are your experiences? And what do you think needs to be done in order to progress to the next level? Milind sir, I've already been giving you a chance, so let's start with Neenu madam.
Sir, namaskara. Sir, the pace of this which we did just now, that Nadi showed now, it seemed a little faster for me. I don't know about the others, maybe they find it right, but I found it a very brisk pace. So a tad slow, I was just thinking.
Okay, no problem. Sir, sometimes even I don't know, sometimes it goes a little faster and slower.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I've made you uncomfortable. Please forgive me.
That's not it. It's maybe if I had done furious practice, probably I would have kept pace with you too.
You're not practicing?
No, I'm practiced, but not this speed. Not this.
Okay.
That's
Okay, you must practice. Please practice, because at the end of the day, see, the important thing, what I'm trying to say again and again and again, is that we are all alive for a reason. We are alive amongst the many millions of sperms. We are the ones who got the chance. There is a reason why we are here, and we need to find out why we are here. And the core of that reason is finding out the answer to the question, who am I? Why am I who I am? Why am I Vishwanath Iyer? Why am I born in this particular setting? Why am I born in Bharat? Why was I born as a human being? So these questions, some of them cannot be answered easily. But to answer them, you can answer them if you know the source. So often, that is why it is called transcending the entire business. That is, what are you transcending? You're saying that this bundle of questions is incredibly difficult to answer, and sometimes it's not worth it. So what do? I go around it. It's like bypass. So I've got city of Pune. I will bypass Pune and go away. So I don't get into Pune traffic jam at all. Similarly, these questions of who am I, why am I alive, why am I married to this person, why is this child my daughter or son? All these questions sometimes cannot be answered, or they are not required to be answered. So the only way you can get to the source is by transcending it or bypassing it. That bypassing comes from practice. So that is why I keep saying the theory is very simple. You have to practice. So have I answered your question, madam? So a little speed here, please forgive me. I am also human.
Sir, I'm not saying it as a blame or something. I just...
No. I didn't take it as a blame also. I am taking it as an opportunity to take you somewhere else.
Okay, sir. So the other thing is, I want a tip from anyone in the class also, or from you, is when we do this Padmasana, right? So the foot anatomically, if you see, is perpendicular to the leg always, right?
This way.
Yeah, I mean, when you're walking also, your foot is always perpendicular to your leg.
Correct.
But when we're doing Padmasana and hold the leg, then the foot has to become like straight line.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, see, even when you're now sitting, look at your foot now. When you were sitting
Correct.
now, the foot was line.
I agree with what you're saying. See, the thing is that you must understand, even this joint that you have,
Yeah,
this joint is not capable of going this way and that way.
true.
Okay. It is capable of only going in linear direction.
Yes.
Okay. The second thing is this particular thing. There is a certain amount of flexibility in the ankle. It is not as if it is only this ankle is more flexible. That is why it's a more complex joint. Another place where you have flexibility is here. Padmasana is the combination of all these. It is not just this. This is, I agree with you, there is no flexibility here.
No, sir, I wasn't meaning the knees. I was meaning the ankle only. What's
No, ankle is, look at my ankle. Okay. One is this, right?
Yeah.
That is this.
Yeah.
Now look at this.
But when you sit, you're twisting it.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, but only that much you can twist. Right.
Correct. That's all you need, no?
But then when we are sitting for prolonged time with a twisted ankle, then the ankle is so, that joint becomes so sore, I cannot even put it on the floor after that.
Yeah, what do you think happens to me after sitting like this for 1 hour in class?
Not
It happens to me also.
see now
My
ankle is turned now. You see your own ankle. It's like in one line. It's like it's the same. It's not perpendicular to your leg. It's an extension like a line only.
see, look at this. No, I'm comfortably sitting.
No, I'm not talking about the hip joint. Only and only about the ankle and the leg.
Arey Baba, I agree with what you're saying that if you sit like this for 1 hour, you will have problems. When Ramana Maharishi used to sit like this in Padmasana, or he never sat in Padmasana, but when he was in Dhyana, afterwards they had to malish his some of his joints because it used to be stiff and he could not move. So they had to apply oil and kind of massage it. It is that is an out. If you're feeling that experience, it means you're doing something right.
Okay.
you're not convinced.
No, sir. It's new for me. That's all. Nothing else. It's new.
May I talk? Sorry, sir. May I, sir? Meenu, madam, I also actually faced same problem like you. The ankle used to pain a lot. Even now it is paining. Just that today when I expressed joy, whole point was I could do 2 rounds without taking the leg off. So what I'm trying to say is, initially it pained a lot, Meenu ma'am. I couldn't sit only. But I started doing one leg every day, dhire, both the legs. And now I could do 2 rounds, if not all throughout. But so I think it will work for you and me like that. We can keep practicing and
practice. You have to
we will
practice.
get it, Meenu ma'am.
Perfect. Milind sir, you was going to say something.
No. I didn't want to say anything. My hand is still there on the screen. I don't know why.
Sir, click on the hand, sir. It will go. Click on the
Okay,
hand.
madam,
Okay.
have I
Thank you.
answered the
Thank you.
question?
Sir, you did not look at your own foot when I was pointing out. Look at your ankles angle with your foot. You didn't see. Now also look at your foot now, please.
It is like this. So but it's in a comfortable state. No.
No. Listen what I'm saying. See now on your ankle, okay? And you look at the front of your foot. Front. No, the upper portion of your foot. Yeah. There. And full line from the thumb, the toe to that exactly. That's the part I'm talking about. Now
So rehne do na.
that part, after sitting like this for whatever 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and then when you stretch, that part hurts so horribly, that.
Yes, it will. You're not used to it, no? See, after what has happened? All these tendons are getting stretched, correct?
Okay.
This one and the neck have got the maximum concentration of minor muscles. Okay. Why? Because this and the wrist doesn't have so much. But this particular thing is subject to the maximum loading.
Yes.
Also, it is subjected to maximum of twists and turns because it carries the whole weight of the body.
True.
When you do stretch it, what happens is it's not used to this. It is never meant to be. It is supposed to be pulled and pushed.
Yeah.
So that there is blood circulation there.
True.
When you sit like this for hours, there is no blood circulation there, no?
It will become numb like.
Correct. In Tamil, they call it marathu pochu.
Yes.
Okay. Now, that is natural. If you are going to do something like this, you are going to have that problem. After some time, what will happen is you will never stop being uncomfortable. What will happen is that your recovery will be faster.
But this uncomfortableness this brings like a distraction to what we are doing because you're hurting so much.
No. When you hurt, you should stop. Immediately you stop, and then you sit like this.
Just like that.
You sit like that for about 10 minutes, then immediately you go and do this.
Go back to it. Okay.
So the thing is at the end, like I told you, you have to discipline yourself without damaging yourself.
Okay, sir.
Are you able to get me now? Now you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes. I just wanted a confirmation that it's not only my ankle that hurts, everybody's hurts at that angle when we twist it and make a Padmasana like that. That's why I asked.
Even if you sit in a Sukhasana, okay? If you sit in Sukhasana for 2 hours and 3 hours and do Dhyana, you know what will happen?
Yeah.
Your whole body will become stiff because there's no blood circulation.
True.
Unless the muscles move, how will the blood go to various parts of the body? When you let's go into the physiology of Dhyana. When you go into Dhyana, what happens? Your theta waves start increasing, alpha waves start increasing. Your heart rate will start slowing down. You will start reducing the amount of oxygen that comes in. What happens is basically the level of prana goes down. If your incoming thing is going on, the prana is slowly beginning to subside. It is going in while it is going, and because the muscles have gone into neutral position, the amount of prana required to sustain the muscles is also less.
Like we are
yes, madam.
Almost like comatose position.
Correct. But the point is that at that state, what is happening is that the whole body is slowly coming to a point where there is only an awareness. The body no longer is beginning to feel that it exists. The existence of the body is it is like a vessel which is kept at rest. There is nothing happening there.
True.
At that point, just imagine where is the pumping of blood to the extremities of the body. See, the blood will be pumped only to the main organs, no? Because the heart rate goes down, the blood pressure goes down, the body temperature slowly starts subsiding. all the organs are slowly going into sleep. They're all becoming relaxed. When that happens, where is the blood going to go to the places which depend only on the heart? After all, the arms, the legs, and every other part of the body is dependent on the heart for pumping. Am I correct?
Yes.
If the heart is slowing down and you are sitting in a way that is not going to allow the blood to go here, what will happen to the rest of the body? Those parts will start getting numb, no? They will start getting,
Is it not harmful, sir?
well, that is the price you pay. Because at the end of the day, you are negating the body, no? The body no longer means anything to you. You
That
are trying to go to the source.
yes, but for in practical, it's only yogis can, like the sannyasi can do that, but other people have to return to normal life, no?
I have been doing this for now on donkey's years. I think I'm quite okay.
Okay, then fine. I was just thinking that the way you described it, my God, then we are all going to become like that stiff and all. Then how we are going to live our life?
No, but see, it won't happen overnight, no?
Okay.
See, today you might be what, let us say 40, 45, whatever. Then by the time you get to the 2 hours, 3 hours of dhyana, 3 hours of dhyana, it will take 10 years. It's
Yeah.
not that simple. It is not like you make an application or you change your password. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. It takes years and years and years of effort. There are very few people who have been blessed, like Ramana Maharshi and others, who have been blessed with instant, liberation. That doesn't happen to normal souls like you and me.
Yes.
There's a lot of hard work.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so don't worry. You won't suddenly bust a fuse or something like that and go nuts. Nothing will happen. It will take time.
Thank you, sir.
Lalita madam, yes madam.
I just I was thinking about though one we must not compare one to the other, but I just wanted to share my side of the story when Minu Madam was talking about the ankle. Minu Madam, when I sit down, which I could do only when I started the classes here with the sir, and he knows about it, that I could at least sit down that time on the floor and fold my both my knees, and the left knee is not an issue at all, but the right knee used to be almost a foot higher than the floor, than the ground, literally a foot higher. I had to keep two or three pillows below my knee to get some balance. And now, today, when Sir was making us do the pranayama, I could sit, both the knees were touching this ground, but the thing is, the ankles don't meet. The left ankle is properly in its place where it should be, but the right ankle is 8 inches in front of the right, and it is sort of at an angle. But at least I could, in the beginning, it was 1 foot up my knee. At least now both the knees are on the ground. But I'm not saying it was, we can't expect immediate results. In many cases we are not someone mercies and all, but I think over a period of time it happens and we can do it. I'm still hoping one day I may be able to, if not full Padmasan or the Padmasan,
Yes,
but
you will be able to
at
do it.
least I'm so happy that at least I'm able to touch my knees to the ground now, which is may not be for the full entire rounds that Sir makes us do, or I do even by myself. In fact, at that time, I sit on the sofa, I mean, chair or sofa, and do it. Because, as you said, it yes, the attention goes only on the discomfort otherwise. So to avoid that, when I'm alone, at times I feel I want to focus on the breathing only and not on my body. So I sit on the chair and do it. But I somehow try and do it at least a few times in a week, sitting down, and it has been helping me. So thank you, sir.
It is your effort. Please don't thank me. I'm just a medium. Now, Minu madam, so now you've got multiple inputs. Somebody who's been practicing longer, somebody who's been just two people here who have just managed to get into Padmasana. They're able to keep it for maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute. So I'm sure you will also be able to get there.
Sir,
Don't
I
worry
am
about it.
able to sit in Padmasana from day one. That's not an
That's
issue.
great.
The problem is when I sit the correct posture of Padmasana, I feel like my legs are nicely, beautifully locked up, interlocked.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. That's how it should be.
Yeah, that is. But as I said, that angle of that ankle after some time starts hurting so much, so sore it feels that when I eventually get out of that, for example, evening daily during our prayer time, no, that time I'll be doing some japa like that. So for the japa, that time I will sit in Padmasana only. So once I finish that and I try to get up, that time the when I put the foot back on the ground and stand up, that time the foot is going in a perpendicular angle to the normal leg, right? That time it is hurting so badly. So I was thinking how to do this Padmasana every single time, but that's why I said
Don't
that.
worry. Over time, you will be able to resolve it.
Okay, sir. Thank
Don't
you.
worry about it. I mean, actually,
Okay.
if you're able to do it slowly, things will
The
better up.
pain will go.
One of the things I would suggest that you do is try to voluntarily relax the knees and this. So what you do is you just touch like this and say relax, relax, relax,
Okay.
and then relax,
Auto
and then
Exactly.
suggestion. Auto suggestion.
yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of people now. We've already exceeded our time.
Okay,
So
sorry,
now,
sir.
no. It's not you. It's
Just,
I am the one who's got to be careful.
just a small addition to what you said, sir. Because for me also it hurts. So what I do is in the last round, or I do one extra round after you have told, and that prana, I request the prana to go to the knee, or wherever it is hurting, and to heal that, to cure that,
Perfect.
and
Correct.
then when I have to, when I had to get out of the position, it hurts a little bit, no doubt. Then, for before getting out, as he said, just lightly massage the area, and uh, when you are massaging, be grateful to it. I say thanks. I'm able to do so much. I'm so thankful to you. If God is everywhere, God is He's
He's part of your
Kanakana
knee also.
He's
He's there also.
yes, of course, and I have to thank that it has happened. So I say thank you so much that I'm able to do this much at least. And then by the time you have already done 1 minute, half a minute, and you're able to come out much easily. But I think
Okay.
that instead of feeling, it is hurting, it turns it into a more positive feeling, because we are being grateful to what has happened. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody.